put this down first of all on a stainless steel. Can you get a close up of her? How she's probing that? She's taking her proboscis. It's called, little tongue, and she's robbing right now. She's robbing. She's pulling up that honey off this frame. This is easy pickings because they don't have to go out and gather it. This is like hallelujah. Let's get this free honey here. But anyway, we're going to go inside. We're going to slap this down on a chain, stainless steel chain. It's going to run it through a capping machine, and the capping machine is going to rip off the top and the bottom of all this capped honey, and it'll start dripping out. And you'll see Mike in there. The first guy throwing it in is Nick. The second guy's Mike. He's going to put on a slow conveyor belt. He's going to. Sometimes he has to scratch some of the stuff that didn't get off, and then it'll feed down to Ted, the guy there. It's going to put him in the extractor itself. You'll see inside these big old stainless steel round drums that hold about 100 of these, and we're going to put them there vertically like this. And they'll spin those out after 10 or 15 minutes. It'll just plain old centrifugal force slings it out on the side walls of the extractor. It flows down into the funnel-shaped bottom of these machines, of the stainless steel drum, goes down to a catch hole, and the sump pump will pump it up overhead in these pipes into a great big 1,000-gallon stainless steel tank, and we'll show this all inside here. But it gets real noisy inside, so I'll kind of yell some, and you'll see what's going on inside there. But this particular facility can, if I guess they get rolling, it can do I think 15, 18 barrels a day, which is a barrel 55-gallon drum. And so we have to stay with it all day long, pretty busy. And sorry about the extra bees floating around here, but it's just those were just called robber bees that came in from the field.
I wish they'd go home.
No, well, they don't know where home is right now. They were taken from their home. Anyway, we'll go inside a little bit and
sure.
Check it out.
Let's go.
So this is the outer corridor here going in. You can see the robber bees on the window here. I just noticed that. The hell they want to get in real bad. Some of them are dead caught in the window there, but on the outside here they'd like to get in. Some are already in here. Best not to have a lot of bees around, in the area.
Best not to have a lot of bees around me. Wow, it's quiet.
I'm sure they're. I hate that too. Believe me.
Just sitting around.
Tell me about these guys.
I don't know. I just met these gentlemen here, Mike and Ted and Nick. I've known for a few years here. He's one of the owners here, New and Swander. His brother Dustin's not here right now. He's the guy that knows what's going on here. You might be the boss.
Okay.
Cappers here. He's just going to throw these down on there like I showed you outside. They're going to feed through here. They're going to feed through here.
Louder.
And all this does is just takes that wax off the top and the bottom. It's called a capping machine. It's all stainless steel. Little fingers in there just slings out this wax, and it goes on through. And then we'll come over here, Steve, and we'll show you where it comes out over here. There'll be a guy that'll come over here and he'll catch this. He'll catch the frames coming out over here. He'll put them, there they are. He'll put them along this slow moving conveyor chain here. And of course it drips down in here and it goes down to the sump. It'll be pumped out. He's going to pack this extracting machine here, or the stainless steel extracting machine, with about 100 or so frames in here, and they're set in there vertically. So you can see that. I'm going to set just one in here. They're going to set them in here vertically like this. They'll all be all around the outside of the perimeter. Then we shut these lids and turn on it. Slowly starts to spin at a low RPM, then faster RPM, and finally it'll sling that honey on the sidewalls. It'll slide down that hole down there at the bottom. See, it's got kind of a sloped bottom. Goes down to the sump pump. Steve, let's go overhead. It's going to go take the pipe overhead. It's got this stainless steel tank over here. It's going to slide over here.
Where's the pipes, George?
There. Right up above your head, sir. Let me look. Part of it goes in this separator here. I think they got it set up right now.
So
Anyway,
what are these? So which thing separates the honey from?
Good, right here. This is an extracting machine. It separates the honey from the frame. And when we get done, this will all won't be so pretty like this. It'll all be slung out. I can show you some that are slung out over there.
Let's go look at one of those.
Still looks kind of pretty, but believe me, all these little cells have been pulled out of all their honey.
How often can you reuse these frames?
Right now, we can take them out right back out to the field right now. These boys are going to store them. This is Nick and Dustin's frames here, so they're going to take these inside, put them in a storage container. But for me, I'm going to put them back out in the field and let the bees take care of them. They'll patrol this and keep the bugs and things out of it and everything.
Okay.
I mean, you can use this over and over again for years and years and years. It's got kind of old looking wood, like an old whiskey barrel or something. Okay. The bees prefer this old wood. They like that. So,
can you show me what is the honeycomb when people buy a jar of honey that has the comb in it? What is that?
That's a perfectly good question. This has got a wire running through here that helps support the frame, but they got special comb called cut comb that does not have a wire, about this same width. And I'm thinking about doing this next year because I had about 100 people ask me about a Cherry Street Brookside. I'm going to get me some frames next year. Some comb, special made, that there's no wire in it, and I can go through here and then cut this out at the honey house where they do the Neo show, the bottler. I can't do that. He'll come along here, cut these along about 1 inch and whatever, 2 inches wide, and he'll put those inside of a bottle. And then he'll give them back to me, then I'll go out there and put new foundation, it's called, foundation or honeycomb in it, next year. Keep going that way. It's a lot more work, a lot more labor, but I've had a lot of people ask about it.
Oh,
a lot of people. This reminds them of their old granddad, when they go home, and it's good, warm memory, good feeling. So
exactly.
I'm thinking about doing that. But you can't do it with this. It's got a wire. These are called shallows, just like in the store. You got small, medium, and large. There's the small shallows. They got a medium size. Heavy here, and they got some deeps. We're going to do some deeps after all. They're really heavy. You take them off here, put them over here on this machine. You got to lift them on. These aren't too bad, not too heavy, but boy, the deeps get really heavy. They're full of honey. And we're going to take these, put them on pallets, and put them back inside a container, and that completes the process.
Okay.
Capping machine, good and noisy like most little factories, Goes on through, and Mike's going to grab them and put them on that smoke conveyor belt. Here's Nick, he's going to scrape off some of the excess honey on between the wax on top. He's cleaning stuff up. He's going to go through it with a capping machine. And it drips down below there some. It's a slow process. We got to go through 10 or 15 pallets today. Anyway, they're coming out of the capper here. He's going to put them down. He might scrape a little bit, the capper stacking on. He didn't get all that cap. And then they'll fill up, dripping out there. Go down here and fill up the Trace along there. And Ted will fill up the extractor machine here. He's got that one full and extracting the other. We got two extractors. So he's going to fill the first extractor, and the other extractor is now spinning. The honey you can see drip down the straw, goes down to the sump pump, and it'll be pumped out of this 1,000-gallon tank we're going to show everybody after a while. Ted's an expert. We're going to do it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If you want to come out and help us, about 100 of those frames. You want to peek inside? Let's go peek inside.
Yeah, let's look inside.
This is a extractor that's spinning us around. I don't know what the RPM is, but it's slinging the honey out on the sidewall here. And you gotta let this go for about 10 minutes or more. This is nice, good, high viscosity honey. It's really heavy because it's raw. It takes a while for it to spin out. We call it spin out. So we'll let this go for quite a while until somebody like Nick, who's an expert, he knows when to shut it off. I always shut it off too soon. He kept keep it going. Once it's done, we'll go through there and we'll pull out the old extracted frames and we'll stick at these boxes and go store them.